Did you know that you can earn an entire college degree, whether it's an associate's or a bachelor's or a master's or a doctorate degree, without going to school? Let me repeat that. You can earn a college degree without going to school. You can do it really, really quickly. I'm talking like bachelor's degrees in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or 12 months. In today's video, I'm going to introduce a concept called going rogue. It's basically going against the grain of the traditional college system, but still earning college degrees within that same system. So no, I'm not talking about going and buying a fake degree online or some diploma mill or anything like that. I'm talking about real schools and real degrees. You're just kind of going against the system and you're not doing it their way. Now, for those who don't know me, my name is Ryan, and I earned a bachelor's degree in 9 months with a full-time job and a wife and kids, basically in my free time. And since I graduated, I've helped a lot of other students earn college degrees really, really fast, like as quickly as 3 months for bachelor's degrees or 2 months or less for master's degrees. It's really, really crazy. Now, the first thing you have to understand is how the college system works, and it works like a business. Now, colleges and universities have this system where they teach us information, and once we've learned that information, we basically graduate. Well, their little system they use to teach us is they have the information they want to teach us, and then they have textbooks and homework and lesson plans and study guides and essays and quizzes and projects and final exams just to teach us that information. Well, here's the thing. If you need to learn something, let's say you need to learn something new for work or to fix something that broke on your car or your house or to do some new project, what do? Do you go to the library and check out a textbook and go through this traditional learning system? No, you pull your phone out of your pocket or out of your purse, or you sit down at your computer and you hit the internet and you learn. So essentially, the first principle of going rogue and earning a college degree without using the college system, without actually going to college, is you need to eliminate all these things: textbooks and homework and lesson plans and study guides and essays and quizzes and projects. Now, unfortunately, you can't get rid of, it depends on the school, but you can't always get rid of the final exam because you have to actually learn the information and prove that you've learned it to earn credit. But you can completely eliminate being a student that's sucked into their system. Now, in order to do this, there are a couple of things that you have to do. A lot of you might be thinking, well, yeah, you're going to go take CLEP exams or use sophia.org or study.com or Straighterline or Sailor.org or any of these resources. This is not what I'm talking about. Yes, you can use those things, but I prefer to actually earn full college degrees from within universities, but without going to their university. Let me kind of explain this a little further. Now, it's really important to find schools that do not require classroom time. If you're required to sit in a classroom, guess what? You have to go to school to earn the degree, and there's no way around that. It's just kind of the way that it is and the way that it's structured. Online schools come into play, but online schools make you go through class and be a student within their system as well, right? Well, it depends. There are some online programs that don't actually require this. Now, when the pandemic hit, there were a few universities that went and were like, let's do these online programs where students can move at their own pace, and we'll still teach them. We'll still give them homework, and we'll still give them all these things that we don't actually need to learn. But they kind of put this system in place that we can take advantage of. I want to show you a couple schools. The first one I want to show you is called Purdue University Global. Now, they have traditional online programs. Most of their programs are traditional. But they also have, if we go into business degrees, for example, they have what are called these Excel track programs. And what this means is that you can go 100% at your own pace. If you know the material, you can prove the knowledge to get credit instead of going through the system, if that makes sense. Now, don't worry, that doesn't mean you have to know the material. You don't have to be smart and some genius that knows the material in order to do this, but the system is in place. The next school I want to show you is called University of Massachusetts Global. If we go and look through their academic programs and we filter for online self-paced programs, you're going to see they have a number of 100% online self-paced programs in like business and technology and a few others that they're just totally self-paced, and you are doing things without having to use the system. The system's still there, but you don't have to use it. Another school is called Western Governors University. This is one of my favorites. They have been around since before Google. They have a really strong reputation with grad programs and like all sorts of schools and big time employers and things like that. But they have a whole bunch of different degrees, like a business school, a tech school, a health and nursing school, an education school, a bunch of degrees to choose from where everything's self-paced. This is kind of the first step, is you got to find a school that's self-paced and lets you move at your own pace without using the school. The second thing is you can't use their system if you want to maximize speed and 100% go at your own pace, because schools kindly teach us. Well, when they teach us, they use all these old school things to teach us that we don't really need. The key to this concept is learning the material, but not learning in these ways, if that makes sense. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to figure out what you need to learn it using modern resources like AI and Google and YouTube and tools that we use every day. There are videos where you can go learn math through YouTube way faster, right? You're going to learn the material and then you're going to test out of the classes. I get that this sounds crazy, but I have been helping students do this for a long time, and I've helped tons and tons of students graduate really, really fast. If you do want to learn more about like how to do this, I have a program called Degree Hacking Academy. I'll leave a link down below in the description, and I'll also leave a link to a 3-step training that kind of goes really deep into how to do this. But I want you to take a step back and think, you know what? What is taught in school? A lot of people come out of school and they think, man, school is hard. It's really, really hard. And you learn all these really advanced concepts. Coming out of school, people think, I'm not really using that much stuff that I learned in my career. It's kind of just more information. Like high school, you learn information. College, you learn more information. It's not always necessarily harder. Now, some people, when I talk about this concept of like testing out of your classes and learning on your own, they'll think, oh, you'll never learn that way. Like you can't go to school for 6 months and learn what I learned in 4 years. Well, that is false. I want to talk to you about something that I call the bar exam paradox. Now, I want you to think about the bar exam. If you don't know what that is, it's an exam that you have to take to become a lawyer. The bar exam is one of the hardest exams in the world, and most people consider it harder than their entire master's degree. Well, here's the crazy thing. A master's degree, average student takes about 3 years to earn a master's degree. The bar exam, students on average study for 8 to 12 weeks to pass the bar exam. What is the difference between the two? If the bar exam's harder, how are students doing this in 8 or 12 weeks? It makes no sense, right? Well, the difference is they know what they need to learn and they go and study those things. And they're not going through this system here. They're not doing that. And since they're not having to do that and they can go learn on their own and know exactly what they need to study, boom, there you go. They learn a lot faster. Well, you're kind of taking that principle of studying for the bar exam and you're applying it for your entire college degree, and you're finding schools that actually allow it. So this process, I've seen it change a lot of lives. I've seen it help people get far better, like amazing jobs, amazing work opportunities and career advancement opportunities. You just have to know how to do it. So subscribe to the channel. I'll teach you more how to do it. Look at those links down below in the description. I'll teach you more how to do it. And I want you to know that it's possible to go get degrees in months instead of years. You don't have to do it the school's way. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.